Well, today's October 12, 2023, and I think it's about, I don't know, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Yeah, or 8 o'clock. I don't know. I forgot the time. Anyway, I got it set up down there. I brought my chair, and the holes, the water drained down, so the soil should be put in last night or yesterday afternoon. That water should be soaked in and soften the ground up enough to dig it out. And then yesterday I worked on that gate. And I can't see it right now. It's back there somewhere. Yeah, that's way back there on the left of those big trees. Right between that little gap there. Anyway, I'm ready to start, or ready to finish digging that hole down there. And then after I finish putting that post in, I'm going to put some insulators on these posts, on T-posts. And then I'll be ready to put barbed wire on. Okay. Well, that's where I got it. That's where I'm set up down there. Got my chair, post hole digger, shovel and tamper, and the post too, of course. And the hole's half dug, so I already got a head start. And I'm working in the shade, which is always good. Some nice trees around here. I like these trees. Yeah, I like this this branch. There's the dam, the logs that were pushed out to make the pond. And there's my hay bales over there. Oh, ready to start feeding. They still got grass, but temperature's cooling off. Today's gonna be a little warmer. It's gonna be in the upper 70s, so that's good. And then, but then next week? Next week it's go back down in the 50s and 60s. Maybe just 50s. I think 60 would be the. And then sooner or later it's gonna warm back up. But that's the way it is around here. You get a warm spell, and then you get a cold spell. Warm spell, cold spell. And each time it's going, right now this time of year, each time it gets colder, it gets a little colder. Then it warms up a little bit. Then next time it gets even colder. So the colder keeps getting colder, and the warmer gets less warmer. And then in the end of winter, it's the opposite. It warms up a little bit and then cools off. Warms up, cools off. And each time it warms up a little more in the spring. That's our weather, but I like it. I never get tired of the weather here. It's interesting. Hot or cold, it doesn't matter. Okay, let me get started on that, digging the rest of that hole out. Yeah, hole's half dug. I just got to dig another 16 inches down. Then the water that I put in last night or yesterday afternoon, that's going to help me dig it, because its ground should be soft now. Down in the hole. Yeah. There's the fence. I can see it through the trees. Okay. These trees are okay. They're not gonna, no chance of falling these down, I don't think. But if I go to the other side, this post, I'm just gonna finish this fence here. Hopefully today. Put the post in, insulators, then I'll come back with the ATV and the barbed wire. But then I'm gonna have to put another post in later on, way down there, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, all the way down there to where the stream crosses the fence. And then I gotta figure out how to get my wire up here, my barbed wire. But yeah, but it's a challenge. But I'll figure something out. I always do. If I have to, I'll just have to carry the roll of barbed wire in my hand and carry it, unroll it that way. I've done that before in a tight fit. Okay, let's start digging right here. Oh, I forgot to mention, yesterday I measured this post. It's 7 inches on the small end and 8 inches on the big end. So it's pretty uniform, and it's big too. And I'm going to try something new when I get ready to put the white insulators on. I'm going to try something. I got 2 different ways to make a hole. Okay, anyway, that's the next section I'm going to be working on. After I put this post in and the fence behind me, I'll be working on that bottom side of this fence, or I call it the west side, or west end. Yeah, west end. At least up to that hill, where the hill starts going up. I'm not decided if I'm going to do that one yet, but that'll come later. If I do, I'll probably only put 1 barbed wire strand on there, and that'll be hard too to put in, but just another challenge. Okay, let's start digging. Yeah, I put the water in there yesterday. Looks like it's pretty wet. Hope it's easier to dig and not too muddy. Well, I dug down to 32 in the middle, and it's pretty soft. It was easy to dig. Yeah, it was easy to dig. See? You can see the dry dirt on the left, and then the moist dirt from the water I added yesterday really helped. Yeah. It's good. I'll dig out the rest of it and we'll put the post in. Well, I got it down to 32. Okay, I'm ready. Put the post in right there, and that's the dirt got a little drier toward the bottom. So looks like I put just enough water in, and yeah, dig some more out on this side. All good to go. Okay, post time. Well, the hole's dug, and I'm ready to put that big post in. Yeah, I probably didn't need such a big post. That's more like for a corner post. But anyway, it's still cheaper than them other posts I bought at TSC. About at least $8 cheaper, and they're bigger. Yeah. Okay. And heavier too. Anyway, that's what I got. I'm ready to put the post in. So let's get it started and move on with this job. Well, the post is in, and I got 1 insulator in. I didn't do it the same way I did before. I did it a better way. I took a ring nail. I think they call that a pole bar nail. It's got rings on the bottom part, and I drive that in as far as those rings end, because that's how long the threaded bolt or the screw on that is. And then and it's just the right size too. So I'll drive that in with a hammer, and then I'll pull it out with my crowbar. And then that makes a nice hole for the screw to go in, and it's a pretty snug, pretty good fit too, because there's just enough. The hole is only big enough. It's big enough for the threads of the screw to engage into the wood. So that's good. But it's not going to prevent me from screwing it down tight, or screwing it in all the way like they did on the other posts by the gate. I might even take that one out and do that one again, but I'll leave it go for now. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do that one, and while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and put them on this side too, on the right side, for the next section of the fence that goes down that way. Anyway, that's what I'm working on now. Okay, I drove the nail in, and then I'm going to pull it out with the crowbar. I'm going to pull it out in stages. The first stage, and then put another board. Once I get it out far enough, I'll put another board behind the crowbar and pull it out the rest of the way. Worked good. Worked good on the top one. One more pull and I should have it out. Then I'll put the other white insulator in, and I'll repeat the process on the other side. This works pretty good. I don't have to drill, and I don't have to use my pliers to the pliers I was talking about was this. Yeah, see it's a nice pliers. That's what I use to twist my wires when I tie something around a post. And I use it for cutting too. It's got a cutting edge. It's got normally I would just drive them in at about, I can't do it with two hands. Anyway, I would drive a point in about this far, and that usually was enough. But on this harder wood, it doesn't do a good job. It's hard to drive in too. So this way, we're easy to drive the nail in, and then when it pulls out, since it's ringed, it makes a clean cut inside the wood. Okay, let's finish this job. Well, I got the other one started, the one I finished over there, or not finished, but the one I pulled the nail out of, and I set this one a little different. Instead of doing one board at a time, I want to try 2 boards. See if I can pull it out in one attempt. Yeah, less work for me. Well, only a little less. Okay, let's see if I can get that out. And that was harder to drive in. I think there's a knot there, but we'll see. I'll get it. Well, I got 3. One insulator in, 2 started, and I'm ready to pull the nail out on the 4th one. Yeah, that works pretty good. I do have to bend the nail when I pull it out, but I can straighten it out pretty good. And if that one gets bent too much and I can't use it anymore, I got more nails in the truck. I used them for a project I was working on on the trailer, a ramp for the trailer. Okay, let's pull that out and get these in. Oh, I'm glad I brought a chair. At least now I can sit and rest. Well, I admire my work. Didn't quite get them even, did I? Yeah, right. For some reason, the right side is a little lower. I don't know why. I thought I measured right. Oh well, it doesn't matter as long as it's there. And I tried to make them the height of it. Well, I don't see it right now. I tried to make them the same height as the top of that T-post over there. So that should work. And besides, the cattle will be on the bottom side of the fence, and so it's going to look a lot taller to them when they're over there. That's probably why they don't try to get out here, because they'd have to jump uphill, and I don't think they can do that. At least I couldn't. I could barely cross it holding on to a post, just walking over it. Okay, what am I wasting time here for? And I should be screwing them in. Let's move my chair up and get these other 3 insulators screwed in. That worked pretty good though with that nail, that ringed pole bar nail. Worked out pretty good. The only one that was hard to nail in was that right top on the right side. It must have had a knot or something there, because it was so hard to drive in, hard to pull out. But the one on the bottom right, that was easy to drive in and easy to pull out. The one on top was hard too, I remember. That was my first one. That one was fairly easy. So there must be a knot up in that section there near the top, or on the top insulators. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, because I already got them in. Okay, let's screw them in then. Well, it's 11 a.m. and I got this post done. I think I started around 9. Anyway, but using nails, driving nails in first and then pulling them out for the screw of the insulator worked out pretty good, because they were easy to screw in once I created a hole for them. So that worked out pretty good. Since I didn't have a drill to do it, I used the next best thing, a ring pull bar nail. And I just happen to have the right size for the job. Okay, it works out pretty good. This is what it looks like from the pasture side. And I still have to tie the well, I gotta put insulators on that top of that T-post, and then I gotta tie the T-post to the post. I really don't have to, but I'm going to, just to make it more snug. And then, like I said, I can put insulators on all those T-posts there. I may have to adjust the top insulator too, because it looks like that top yellow insulator is too high. I'm going to lower it down, so because I got to put a black insulator on the top and middle and another black insulator in between those two wires. So I need to adjust the top wire, but I'll do that later, because yeah, I'll do that when I put the barbed wire on. I'll put the barbed wire on first, and then I'll come back and move the. Even if I probably don't have to, I could probably leave that as long as I got room to a place to put the top insulator for the barbed wire. I guess it's okay, but I might adjust it later after I'm done. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go put the insulators on. I think I'll start from that end. Oh well, maybe I'll start here since I already got my truck here. Yeah, I'll start here. Okay, let's do that. I gotta take my equipment back to the truck first, then put some insulators on. I don't think I'm gonna need the chair on these hills here. Okay, on this hill, so I'll take that back too. I tied the wire to the post best I could. Couldn't bend it far enough. And I got the insulators on. That should work. And I forgot my oil cans. I gotta take that. And I only have 2.5 bags of insulators. So that's like 50 something, 50 or 60 insulators. So I don't know how many posts I have. I didn't count them. But I'll see how far they go. And if I need more, I'll have to go to town and get some more insulators. Well, I'm going to need another roll of barbed wire anyway, so it won't be a wasted trip. Okay, let's get these insulators on, and then I'll go get my ATV and put the barbed wire and go from there. Okay, I'm ready to put these on. Well, it's almost noon, or 11:45 a.m. I'm gonna leave some of these tools out here because I won't need them to stretch the barbed wire or to unroll the barbed wire and attach it and all that stuff. And I got all the insulators on. There was only 15 posts, so I had plenty of insulators. I still got some left for the next section, but I'll still have to buy some more and another roll of barbed wire, I'm sure. Don't know if I'll need another roll of barbed wire for what I'm working on now. I think I got enough, pretty much, almost enough. We'll see. We'll see when I get all the wire stretched out. We'll see if I'll need some more. If I do, I'll just have to go to town and get some. And then I got that done too. There's 15. I can see the post now. Between those two trees, between those two big trees there along the either side of the fence. That's where the post I put in. And I'm ready to go back to the house. I think I'll just go out that way. I'm already aimed that way anyway. I can go in or out both ways, this way or across there. Yeah, I guess I don't need to turn the fence back on. I'll do that when I get back when I get done with everything. Okay, let me take the truck back. I think I got everything off that I need. Wire cutters, hammer. What do I need a hammer for? Oh well, I always have a hammer just in case. I got that little hand pipe for hand unrolling, and I got some extra smooth wire in case I need it for something. And I got my chair for attaching the barbed wire to the black insulators. So, and my gloves. So I think I got everything. I even left the tape measures in case I need to measure how much I need if I run short on barbed wire. I don't know why I can't say that word. Okay, this is a lazy tongue, I guess. Okay, let's go back to the house and get the ATV with some more barbed wire. Well, I'm on my way back to the house to get my ATV and barbed wire. Look at that little bully. He's eating that dead leaves off that fallen branch. Yeah. A couple more up there too. And there's some down here. There, the calves are up there nibbling away at the fallen leaves. There's minerals in those leaves. That's why they eat them. Even if they're dried up. Probably tastes better dried up. There's the bully and the cow. Oh, that's her calf from last year. And the little bully up there was her calf too. Little white bully. Both her calves are white. And there's bully. I don't know where the rest of them are. Who knows? I don't see any. They're probably over there, around the corner or something. Well, I gotta go get to the house, get some more work done, get some barbed wire, and put the barbed wire up. At least I know where two of the others are. They're in this water, cooling off. I guess I didn't think it was that hot today, but I guess it is. Don't know how hot it is. Let's see what my truck says. It's 59. It's 60 degrees, at least 60. It feels warmer though. Sometimes I don't know if my truck thermometer is very accurate. Anyway, that's about right though. 60, 65, 70, somewhere around there. I thought it was too cold to be going in the water, but oh well, they like it, so it doesn't hurt nothing. Okay, on to the house to get my ATV and barbed wire. Well, it's noon, and I'm bringing my ATV and some barbed wire out to my north fence up there, and cattle are just hanging around here. That spool of wire there is about the same size as the one I left up that's loose up there. That left up there, because I had this one and the other small one at the. I use it on what's left over on the south fence, and this one here, it's a little bit bigger. So I'm thinking this one will go all the way from the corner to the second post, and hopefully have some left over in case these two are short. But we'll see. I'll see how much I got. I know I'm going to have to buy another roll for the section of fence in the branch when it goes down the hill from the second post. Okay, let's go up there and get some wires unrolled. So of course I got to stop and take a picture of my cattle. Bully's looking good. Got flies again, but not too bad. Looks like the neighbor's getting ready to harvest their soybeans over there. They got their truck and their combine. I don't think he's got the header on yet though. I guess that's what they're waiting for. Bringing the header. Soybean header, I guess. The neighbor across from my house, they already, I don't know whoever that is that rents it from the owner. The owner doesn't farm anymore. So they rent it out to somebody. I don't know who. I don't know who rents ground around here. There's lots of big farmers that rent most of the ground around here. But yeah, I just raise a few head of cattle. That's all I do. That's enough for me. Just enough to keep me busy. Sometimes too busy. But it's something to do, they say. And I enjoy it too. Just looking at bullies. Hey, bully. How you doing? Huh? Enjoying this cool weather? I don't know what that sore is he's got. He's got one on both sides. That side, behind his front shoulder, I guess. I don't know what you call that, elbow? Whatever it is. Yeah, he's got one there and he's got one on the other side. I don't know what causes that. But, okay. I know the flies are always eating at it, so it must be something. I thought he scratched it with something, but it's got one just like it on the other side. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's living with it. So look at the horn flies. Hey, bully, you like them horn flies? It looks like they eat the horn. See, the horn's all pitted there at the base. Look at that. Yeah. I guess the horn flies got to live too. I don't know what they get out of the horn, but they do something with it. Okay, well, that's enough. We call this, my dad would call this, stop horsing around. That's because he was raised with horses and mules to do farming when he was young. So I guess they always called it, when you're not working, you're horsing around. Like a horse not doing nothing. Don't horse around. So I better get to work. Ain't nobody gonna do it for me. Okay. Besides, I couldn't pay him to help me anyway. I believe I mentioned this before in another video that I can drive an ATV four-wheeler down this little path I made through there. Then it takes a left turn, and then it takes another right turn, and goes. Then it can cross a little stream branch there, and the stream crosses the fence somewhere down there. I'm gonna instead of going all the way around the pond and then trying to turn around and come up. Oh, there's my post. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it between those trees way back there. That's where that post I put in. Yeah, I could see it from here. Just between those trees. Mostly out. It's closer to the right. Closer to the tree on the right, to that little gap. But anyway, that's where I gotta go. I can't park the four-wheeler or the ATV there, but I can park it up there where I had my truck. Yeah, right there. That's where I gotta drive up to this tree, a little gap there where the sun's shining. Yeah, that's where I gotta go. But anyway, I got a post there that I need to take down, because that's the post. That post there I'm going to use over there, or near the little stream that crosses the fence there, and that post will. Then I can hook barbed wire from that post to that post up there. But I'd have to. I'm gonna try to put that on here, take it down. Well, I'm gonna have to tie it with something. I'm gonna have to tie it and drag it. Yeah, what can I do? I'll have to think of something. I got some string. I can't carry it on here. Well, maybe I can. We'll see. Let me fix something up here. I want to carry it down there because I don't want to carry it down by hand, and I can't drive the truck down there. So this is my only other way of getting it down there. I'll have to carry it part way, and I can only take the four-wheeler down to where that clearing is down there, with that big tree. Or no, it's over that way. I can get it close enough, then I'll carry it the rest of the way. So I'm going to put it on here, on the front, and then on top of that brick there, and then I'll tie it down. And at least I'll get that part done. Then I'm going to drive up there and set it up to stretch the barbed wire, unroll it. Okay, let's get something done. Oh boy, I forgot how heavy that thing is. It's going to be a tight fit. Hope I can turn. Handlebar and my throttle are hitting the post. I thought about going to the other side, but the other side's got something on it too. Got my switch on there. But it might work, yeah. Maybe it'll work over there better because it'll be lower. Yeah, this back end will be lower because I won't have that brick on here. Yeah, let me do that. Let me move it to the other side, or maybe I'll just remove that brick and put that brick on the other side. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Let's see if that'll work. Yeah, that works a lot better. If anybody's wondering what that brick's for, I use that when I change my barbed wire out. I use that and those blocks of wood to hold up that pipe while I reconnect to get it the right height. When I reconnect my wires and I change the barbed wire rolls. Yeah, that'll work. I got more clearance now. More clearance there for my handlebars. So that'll work good. Yeah, that'll work good. Let me go ahead and drive on down there and drop that post off, and then get started on the stretching the barbed wire, unrolling it from there up to the corner. Okay, let's get to work, or let me get to work. Yeah, I got more room for my hand and my handlebar now. I got some room to move now and turn. Yeah, it worked out okay. Yeah, this is where I'm headed, down this little pathway, and then I'm going to turn right as I get past these little trees, and then I'm going to go this side of those big trees. And this is where I came from. That's where I came from, up there, and I'm headed in this direction. But eventually I'm going to be heading over there. The post I put in, the white insulators, is right now behind a little tree. And it's in that clearing. It's all full of sun. That's where that post is. And once I drive down in there and unload the post, or going over there, I'll unload the post over there, and then I'll drive through the low side, and then I'll come up over that way. I'll come up over that way. Okay, keep moving. That's where I came from, up there. It goes up, takes a little right, and it comes out past the trees. And then from here it goes down to this area. It looks like there's a little stream forming here. Water comes down this hill here. Looks like it's starting to form a little ditch, a little gully. Well, maybe redirect the water away from here. Anyway, that's when the water's flowing, it flows through this bottom area. You can see the little dried up stream bed, and then it gets deeper down there. And down there where all those white limbs are, that's where I got to put a post. But I'm going to drop it off right over there somewhere. Right over there. Probably by that big tree. And then I can carry it. Well, actually, it'd be easier for me to carry it through this area, because I can walk down into the creek from there. Yeah, I'll just drop it off here someplace. It won't go anywhere. And then I'm gonna, then I can finish my drive and come up over there past that post that's in there. Yeah, I'll go past those two big trees on the right. Right to the past that new post I put in, and then I'll start my wire. I'll unload my wire from there. Okay, let's get this. I'm wasting gas, so let's get something going here. Well, I decided to go ahead and carry it back there where I'm going to use it someday. Probably someday soon. Anyway, I'm going to carry it back there while I still got some energy. Well, as far as we're going to go with it, this post is going to go right there where that T-post is. I'm going to leave the T-post because it's going to carry the other wires. Well, put that wood post in there, even though it's in the stream, at least it'll hold my fence up. T-post been working pretty good, and then it'll be in line with all the everything else. And like I said, I haven't decided what I'm going to do from that post up the hill. I got a post up there, wood post up there, put at the top of the hill. If I ever do decide to add a barbed wire, I probably should. At least one anyway. I'll put at least one top barbed wire, but I need a wood post at the top to take the strain of the barbed wire. Anyway, that's where this post is going to go eventually, and that's where I came down because I couldn't walk through here because of the limbs and the and whatever. I'll have to cut all this stuff out with a chainsaw before I can do any work here for barbed wire. Yeah, this is easier to walk. Put my post here, walk down that way and over to my ATV. Yeah, it's a nice. I've walked that way before when I was clearing this. When I was clearing all this out at the end of June. Yeah, I just didn't finish cleaning it, that's all. And now I can get the actual work done of the barbed wire. Yeah, I hope I get that done today. It's really 1 p.m. Oh well, I've got nothing else to do anyway. This is what I need to work on. Barbed wire today. Okay, let's drive up through there and get set up. Okay. That's where I came down the hill from with the post. And I unloaded it here and carried it over there, way over there by that where the creek crosses the fence there. And I'm going to be driving through the bottom there to get to those two big trees up there, way up there. Not the split one, but the one farther up. Okay, I made it through that bottom. So many limbs laying there, I need to pick them up. I got a big log laying across my path too. I had to go all the way around it the hard way. Anyway, there's the post. The wires on the back of the ATV, and I need to pull the wire by hand through on the back side of that far tree, and then attach it to the post there. I'll do one wire. I'll do the top wire first, and after I get the barbed wire attached to the post behind me, I'll just drive along this fence as far as I can, and then I'll have to take that off and do the rest by hand, unroll it by hand to get it on the left side of those trees. Okay, let's get started. Well, I got the top wire hooked up to the wood post, and I even attached the insulator, attached the wire to those 3 insulators. And then I'll unroll that as far as it'll go, or at least up to there, to that big tree next to the fence. I can't, I'll have to, if there's any left, or until I get hung up, because when it gets to a certain point, when the wire starts to run out, it doesn't roll, it don't roll as good, so the wire gets hung up on that pipe. Anyway, that's where I'm headed. We'll see how far it goes, and the last part I'll have to take that off and unroll it by hand and see how far it goes. Well, let's find out. This is a better view of my barbed wire here. It's already hooked up, and what I gotta unroll up there. Well, that's as far as I got before it got hung up. Oh, there's not too much left to unroll by hand. I don't think that's going to make it all the way, but I got another roll right there, and then that bigger roll on the ATV. I'm hoping that's going to stretch all the way. I'm going to do it the same way as I'm doing this. Start from the other end and work my way up this way. But first I got to unroll that, take that off first, unroll that, and then I'm going to unroll that one by hand, because with that other pipe that I got, because I can't, that's the only way to do it in here. And then I'll just attach enough from that roll to the end of this wire, barbed wire, to reach the end. And then I'll start fresh with the other roll because it's bigger. It should go all the way. Okay, let's take that off now. See, that's how much it got hung up. It gets hung up when it gets too small. Okay, take it off now and unwind it by hand. Well, I managed to take that off, and I didn't even have to use the brick to hold up the other end. It's a smaller roll, so it wasn't as heavy. It's about a half a roll, I'd say, or a little less than half. Anyway, I got to unwind this one by hand, and just by looking at it, I don't think it's going to go all the way, so I'll use some of that roll there. I'll use some of that roll to finish it out. What I'll do, I'll take that roll with that other pipe and go down there and hook it to the insulator, and then pull it this way, and then it'll meet whatever I get off of this one. Anyway, at least on that roll there is already on. I put that other roll on, the bigger roll, because I'm going to take it down there later. Once I finish the top wire, I'm going to take it down there and do the same thing and stretch it all the way here. But then I'm going to have to take it off and do it by hand, but pulling it all the way to the post. Okay, unwinding it, unrolling it. Okay, let's do this one. That's the hardest part there, unwinding that thing. Okay, by hand. Well, this is where that wire ran out. Didn't go very far, and I tied the smaller roll onto there, so I'm going to have some left over there too, in case I need it for something. And now I'm ready to unroll it by hand. I don't have very far to go, so it should be good. Finish up the other side. Yeah, I didn't go very far from the ATV. But there wasn't much left on the roll when I took it off. But this one will make it, and I'm sure the one that I put on the other bigger roll, that'll make it all the way. I'll have to take it off and unroll it by hand though. but I think I can do that. Okay, let's finish this job too. Well, I knew I had some left over, but I'm gonna, the other roll that's on the ATV is gonna, it'll go all the way, but once I get to that tree, I'm gonna have to unhook it from the back and do like I did for this one, is and then hand unroll it by hand up to this post. Yeah, I'm still debating what to do about that one. I think I'll just leave it. I think it's got enough screw in to hold. If I mess with it, it'll probably break off again, just like the other one did. Okay, let me cut this wire and then hook up to the top and go from there. Well, the top barbed wire is on and tight. I already tightened it, so it's good to go. So now I gotta turn the motor right around or back it up, either way, and set it up for the bottom wire way down there. Let's do that. Well, it's 2 p.m. and I got the second one, the bottom wire, or second barbed wire, hooked up and attached up to the ATV, and I'm ready to unroll it all the way to the other end. Oh, up here, better look at it. Here it goes. Let's look at this. Yeah, it goes through goes right through there, right through the tree, on that back side of that big tree. Looking pretty good. Okay. Well, let's go down there and get that roll unrolled and hooked up, and then I'll be done on this section. Or should I say this east end half. Is half on the east end of the north fence. A lot of baby cedar trees growing here. That's because there's another one. There's a baby cedar. If I wanted to grow some cedar trees, plant them, I know where to find them. When they get bigger, the cows nip them back a little bit. But anyway, that's because there's a big cedar there and there. There's another cedar there. There's another one closer to the fence down there. Anyway, I'm not interested in cedars right now. Where was I? Oh, yeah. I'm ready to unroll the wire, drive up all the way up there to the big tree, like I did before on the first wire. But this time I'm gonna have to unhook that and unroll it by hand, just like I did the top wire. Except this will be all in one piece, and the roll will be a little heavier. Anyway, still good. I'll be done soon. Oh, the wind feels good. It's a little warmer today. I'm sweating a little bit. Supposed to be in the upper 70s today, the high. But it's probably around, I'd say it's about 75 now. But a cool breeze, so that's good. Okay, let's continue the fence unrolling. Well, I got the second wire unrolled and pinned all the way up to the big tree, and then I took off the wire from the pipe there, and then I'm going to what am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to unroll it by hand all the way to the post, and I'll still have some left over since that was a bigger roll. Okay, and I also have another small roll on ATV that I used from about here. Yeah, I used from here to the end. But this one I don't need to do that because I got a bigger roll there, so that'll make it all the way to the end with some left over. But I'll still need to buy a new roll for the west end of the second half going down that hill. Okay, let's unroll it because I want to get done. I'm getting wore out again. But it's not too hot. It's not the wind from the east and it's cool. So that's a good. Keeping me a little cooler. I'm still sweating though. Not too much, but just enough to stay cool when the wind blows. Well, I'm almost done. I got the bottom wire or second wire unrolled, and it's all hooked up all the way down to the other post. All I have to do is cut it and tighten it up on that insulator. Okay, then I'll be done and I can go home and probably come back. I think tomorrow I'll go to town early. I'll go to TSC and buy another roll of barbed wire for down there, and some more black insulators too. And then I'll dig in that other post down there by where the stream crosses the fence down there, where I laid the other posts today. Okay, and I'll do that tomorrow. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, cut the wire and tighten it up. Okay, I can do that. All right. Well, it's 2:40 p.m. now, and I'm done for today. I got the second wire on. I got them connected. I'll turn the fence on my way out. Charger's up there. I'll turn the fence on my way out, test it, make sure it's working in case I screwed something up. And I got the first half, or the east end, first half and east end of this north fence upgraded with barbed wire, 2 strands. And yesterday I put that gate in, post and gate. So all set to go. Tomorrow I'm going to go to town for Saturday. No, today's Friday, Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, so I'll go to TSC tomorrow early, and I'll buy another roll of barbed wire for the next half on the west end there, next half of the north fence. And I'll buy some more insulators too, because I'm going to be needing them also. Okay, that'll be my next project, so I'm going to end it here, although I might, if I see the cattle again on my way out, on my way back to the house, I'll probably add that too. Okay, that's all done. Another job done. I can see the fence all the way down to those 2 big trees. So if I could see it, the cows could see it. So that's what's important, that they know it's there, and not to cross it. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's go turn the fence on over there. Okay. Let's get out of here. Here's a better view of that ditch I was talking about yesterday. Yeah. whenever it rains hard, water flows off that field over there. Look, you can see it's a high ground over there, and then it slopes down through here and empties into my pond. That's why I built the pond here, because I knew there was a lot of water comes through here. But I don't like this ditch, so I'm debating whether I should put a culvert in. Oh, wait a minute. I got a pile of rock over there by the gate. Top of the road, pasture road. That means I got to carry a lot of buckets of rock. But that's what I should do, put some rock in here. Just enough for my tire track. I can do the four-wheeler over there, so that's not a problem. But the truck has to, you can see where the truck track goes, where those bumps are. I'll avoid those roots. I'll just put the rock right where my tire tracks go, just like I did on the pasture road. Yeah, maybe I'll do that someday, but not today. Okay, let's go turn the fence on. Well, this is the end of my work day on October 12, 2023, and I finished the north fence over there. I just turned the fence on, charger on, and the fence is working good. I didn't check it back there, but it's all hooked up, so it should be it should be hooking across the gate too. 'Cause I know I hooked it up good. Anyway, that north fence from that gate, the new gate that I put in there. Well, it's an old gate, but new to me. From that gate, about halfway down, it's all barbed wire, 2 strands of barbed wire. And my next fence upgrade will be the second half, down in the branch, going to where the stream, going from that post that I put in down there to the other post that I'm going to put in, that I carried down there today with the four-wheeler, with the ATV, and then I'll have to decide. Then I'll put 2 strands of barbed wire on that too. So I'll have to bring the chainsaw though with me, because I got to cut some of them big tree limbs out of the way that fell down and back in end of June, or whenever that storm blew them down. Okay, well, that's a project for either for tomorrow or the next day. Tomorrow I've got to buy the another roll of barbed wire and some black insulators. But I got everything else I need. Okay. Only problem is I can't drive my truck down there. And all my tools are on the truck. I wonder. I bring my post hole digger and shovel, and what else do I need? I need all kinds of stuff. Maybe I'll just bring this. Yeah, I can drive down there. Yeah, I'll try to do that. Put a barbed wire on there. Yeah, we'll do that. Or I'll do that. Okay, well, that's all for the fence upgrade today on the day 2 of the north fence upgrade. I finished installing finished digging the hole for the post down there, put that post up, put the insulators on, and then I unrolled 2 strands of barbed wire, and then now I'm done. Okay, on to the next one, and I'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Well, I came from over there, but I decided to drive in the shade because it is a little warm today. Warmer than, they say it's higher than the average temperature for this time of year. Yeah, I think the average temperature is like 70, according to the news last night on TV. And they said it's supposed to be up in the upper 70s, so we're above average today. And I got the shade, so I figured I'll just drive in the shade along the edge of these woods. There's an old hay feeder from a long time ago. Cattle tore it up, and I figured, they don't really, I think that's designed for horses. Anyway, I used it for a couple of years, and yeah, it did work too good. And I bought that because the cattle had horns. That's because the first cattle I was raising were Highlanders here. Anyway, cattle are down there. I can see there's the bull past the bales on the other end of this top pasture near their gate going down that pasture road. So I'm going to head down there, stay in the shade and as much as I can and go home. Look at Bully. He's looking for some corn in here. I haven't fed him corn in, I don't know, a week or so. Maybe 2 weeks. Been a while. Been a while since I gave him any corn. But he's still looking for some. He's probably licking the molasses out of the bottom because I think there's some molasses stuck in the bottom of them. Okay, that's all the cattle photos today. The cattle video. I'm going home now. I didn't relax much when I was up here. I was down there scoping out my next fence project down in that bottom. And I'd rather be sitting here watching these guys eat grass. Well, I guess I'll go home. It's 3 o'clock already or after. Alright. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye. Adios.